Welcome to a demonstration of MinutesMaster from Health Professions Education Solution. MinutesMaster is the latest in our affordable solutions group of software to provide you with the tools you need to do regular tasks more efficiently and in a time-saving manner. When you first receive MinutesMaster, how you would like to begin is by setting up your committees and groups. You click the Committees and Groups button and the following form opens up. You'll see it will come preloaded with names of committees and groups in order to give you a starting point. For this demonstration, I've already typed in a few names under the All Faculty and Staff group. You can add, edit, or delete any names you would like to add. If you need to delete a group, click on the left-hand screen, hit delete. It'll ask you, do you really want to delete this record? You say yes, and then move on. Any changes you've made, you click save, and then you go through close the process. So now we want to print the list because I want to share it with other people. You can also print, and all of the reports and everything generated through MinutesMaster are generated in a PDF format. That way you can save it, email it, or print a hard copy if you like. So you can save this in another area if you'd like to. Or you can share it with all the faculty members and staff so they know what group they belong to or what committee they're on. So when you're finished, click close. Close your committees and group. And now I want to create an agenda. So I'm going to click create an agenda. And I'm going to type in, I'm going to have a faculty meeting. You put in the name of your meeting, your purpose, your required attendees, and that's where the committees and groups that you just entered comes in. You click this, and I'm going to say I'm on all faculty in this meeting, and then you put in the same way with the optional attendees. You can select if you want additional personnel to be able to attend this meeting, you click that, and your chairperson. The really important is that you put in your date and then the academic year. The reason the academic year is very important is because it'll be used later in reports, and I'll show you that in a section. But as you go through here, you go in and put any required materials for this meeting, any advanced prep, your recorder, timekeeper, any guest speakers, your next meeting date and time, and then you want to start putting in your topics for your agenda. And they're divided into 4 groups: reports, old business, new business, and special event. So if you have a guest speaker, you would probably want to put it in special event, or if you're going to have a demonstration or something, you want to put that in special event. So we're going to begin with reports, and you can either use the drop down here, and they are in alpha, or you can simply type in A and it'll put it in the right format. So I'm going to say this is going to be our first meeting, and who's going to be given it by. And I'm just doing this to give you an idea of how to input the item agendas or agenda items or your topics for your agenda. So you do the same with reports, old business, new business, and special event. When you're finished with your agenda, we've got it complete, you click Print Agenda. And I'm going to show you an agenda that I've already completed. And this, again, it goes to PDF format. So you have a completed agenda, and it has all the pertinent information at the top: the date, the time, the purpose of the meeting, who's chairing it, who's required to attend, any advanced preparation, required materials, and then it begins with your agenda items, your call to order, your approval of the agenda, approval of minutes, and then your reports topics, your old business topics, new business topics, and any special events. And it finishes up with comments and announcements, your adjournment, and when the next meeting date is. So you have a complete agenda just by filling in the blanks on the agenda form. So when you're finished, click close of that, and you have your agenda. You're ready to share it by email, print it, hand it out, whatever you need to do. And you're getting ready to have your meeting, say it's tomorrow, and we need a sign-in sheet. So you click on Print Sign-In, and it does the same thing it does with the agenda. It creates a PDF of a sign-in sheet. And what it does is it pulls from your agenda the name of your meeting, the date, the time, and the location, and then it has boxes for your members or attendees to sign in. So you have that sign-in sheet ready to go for your meeting. You don't need to hustle and go make one real quick. You've got it as part of your agenda. So you're finished, and we've got our agenda created. We're done. We're going to click Save. We're going to click Close, and we're done with our agenda. But say we sent out the agenda 2 weeks prior to the meeting and somebody wanted us to add a topic. So we're going to click Edit an Agenda and Generate Minutes. And I'm going to go back to this meeting and I'm going to go back to the agenda and go in here and I want to add a topic. Somebody else wants to do a report. And I'm just, put whatever I want to. Miley Cyrus is going to be at this meeting giving us a report, and then I can reprint my agenda and send it out. No need to reprint my sign-in sheet because nothing I changed affected that. So again, we'll click close, save, and then close, and we're out of it. So we've had our meeting, and we've gone through here. We've had our meeting. We've taken our notes. Our record keeper has taken the notes on the meeting, and they're ready to begin creating the minutes. So we're going to click on the Edit Agenda and Generate Minutes button again. And I'm going to go to this one because I know I have it completed already. I'm going to click Go to Minutes. And what it does is it pulls in all of the items that I input for my agenda into a minutes form so that I don't have to re-input that information again. So now I have I'm ready to do my minutes. I go in, it starts a call to order. I go in and I record when the meeting was called to order, who all attended. Now, this is where, again, your committees and groups comes up. If you're beginning to do your minutes, you want to know who all the typical members are. You click on this. You can go down here, find all faculty and staff that were supposed to be at that meeting or the group that was supposed to be at that meeting. Highlight, do Control C on your keyboard, close, go back in here and do Control V and it adds them to your attendees list. And if you need to edit it anyway, say you need to pull out some people, say Robin Lassiter was unable to attend, so I'm going to do Control C and I'm going to put her down here as a regrets. Control V, I've moved her. I go back and take her out of this group here and see I've got my list. I didn't have to retype everything. So anywhere that you see a box is where you will need to add your information for your minutes. Anything that it does not have a box around it is pulled from your agenda. So we're going to go down here on our reports section and we're going to add the details of this report. So we'll go in here and we'll begin typing. And see I'm done. It will go to the next one and I'll begin putting in the details, and you go through old business, new business, and special events and record from your notes what occurred in the meeting. And then at the end of your meeting you had some announcements and some comments that were made. So I'm going to go in here and as you can see this is where I need to add because it does have a box in it, and I've already added earlier some topic that somebody was talking about, and I'm going to say and you'll go in there and put more details that I'm putting in here. I'm just trying to do it quickly so you can see how you go about adding the details to the minutes. Now, the very most important section would be your action section, and this is where you'll record any motions or decisions that were made during this meeting. You'll want to go in here and put the action just like we did on the others. You want to put a brief description of what the motion was, and then you add your details to the motion. Who made the motion, who it was seconded by, and any details regarding the motion. And then you want to go down here, and below the details section, you have, and you tab over, the voting. So you voted on this motion, and we have 5 people, 5 yeses, and 1 no, and then we check the check box to indicate that the motion passed. So that's very important because I'll show you in a minute we can do a report that's really pretty cool that comes from our minutes. So we finished our minutes. And now we want to add an attachment. We had somebody that was at the meeting and they presented some handouts. So we want to include those handouts with our minutes in a single location. So we go over to the attachments box, double click. It will ask us what we want to add. We click add. It brings up in our computer where we have the location. We select something we want to add. I'm going to add something. Let's add a sign-in sheet, the printed sign-in sheet. That's a nice thing to add. And you'll see it shows there. We click OK, and it shows up with an icon in our attachments field that indicates to us that there's an attachment in there. We want to view it, we double click, go into the individual, and it brings up our sign-in sheet. And I just pretend that this is a sign-in sheet where everybody's signed in from this meeting. So you can keep your sign-in sheet or any other handouts with this meeting. So you have it all in one location. So, 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year, you can go back and look at this meeting and pull up any attachments that go with it. So now we've finished our minutes, we've clicked save, and now we want to print those minutes. So what we're going to do is click print, and again, like the other reports, it prints out in PDF format that you can save, email, and print a hard copy. And here's the minutes from another meeting that I just finished, and you'll see the format that it comes up in. It is chairperson, recorder, timekeeper, has all your details, and then it begins with the meeting, the approval of the agenda, the number of yeses, nos, and whether it was approved. Same with the minutes. Then it gets into your topics that you discussed during your meeting. It starts with your reports, and it shows you the details of the reports that were given, your old business, your new business. If there was no discussion on it, it comes up blank. We just haven't completely finished it, so we'll go back and add something in there a little bit and regenerate these minutes. And then any special events that we had, and then our comments and announcements. Say they needed volunteers for an upcoming clinic. They put that in there. And then next we go into is our actions. And our actions are, again, those motions and decisions that were made during those meetings. And those are highlighted because that's something we'll want to go back to later. So we're finished with our minutes. We've saved them. We've shared them with all the members of the committee and any people that we needed to save them with. We're finished making minutes. But now we've gone on and it's the end of the semester. And I just want to get a quick report to show me what all the committees have been doing and what decisions and everything were made in the previous term. So you click the actions report, and again, it will generate a PDF that you can save, email, or print. And this one, I just have the results from 3 meetings that were held, and it brings up all the meetings that were held in academic year 20 by date with the meeting name and then the actions that we're taking during each of these meetings. So you have a single report that is pulled from all these minutes to give you the actions and decisions that were made in your program, which is really pretty sweet. If you're going to be sharing it, say you're going to an outside group and you want to give a talk on how your program is doing and what you've been doing in your program, you have this in front of you to pull it out and say, hey, we did this, our simulation committee has done this, this, and this. That's a great thing to share with other people. Also, when you're getting ready to do an annual report or something of that nature, it's good to refresh your memory on what decisions and actions were taken in your program in the previous academic year. So that is how MinuteMaster works, and we believe it is a very time efficient and a very organized way to keep track of your agendas and minutes and the action within your program. So if you would like to learn more information and to receive a quote about MinutesMaster, please contact us at info@hpes-llc.com. We will be happy to provide you a quote. It is sold via a single program license. If you would like to buy additional licenses for additional programs or areas, they are available at a discount. We're also reviewing an institutional license, which will allow you to install it on any and all computers in your institution. So please contact us at info@hpes-llc.com to learn more. Thank you.